We got more news this morning that Cade Cunningham is going to be missing some extended time with a collapsed lung, which is just super unfortunate for all parties, man. It's unfortunate for the fans. Obviously, we love watching Cade. It's unfortunate for Cade because I haven't had a collapsed lung, but my wife's brother has, and the way he talked about it, you might as well put a bullet in his head. Like, that's how painful it was. But also, he's only played 61 games, y'all. Cade Cunningham is an All-NBA first-team candidate, and there's a world, depending on how he recovers from this, where he doesn't even qualify for All-NBA just like that, which is that's so crazy to me because he obviously is a lock to make the top 2 teams, maybe even for a lot of people, a lock to make the first team. And now, depending on how he recovers, he may not make it at all.
Yeah, this is real unfortunate. Then you never want to deal with an injury going into the playoffs. I don't know what it's like to play coming off of a collapsed lung. I've never had this issue, so I could only imagine that cardio-wise, there's probably going to be some sort of adjustment once he does come back, and that's just not something you want to deal with going into your first-round playoff series.
Yeah, I saw this morning because a lot of people obviously have seen the news of all the different cases in recent history of people in the NBA that have had collapsed lungs. CJ McCollum had 2. One time it kept him out 3 weeks. One time it kept him out 6 weeks. There's another guy who was just out 2 weeks. So, like, it can definitely vary. It's just depending on Cade's recovery.
The thing about it, too, is, like, there was a time where I thought I may have had a collapsed lung because it's something with your back. So, like, Cade Cunningham first was reported as having a back issue. So that's also the lingering thing, too. Even once he recovers from the collapsed lung, you hope that, because your back,
that's how you move.
Man,
your back is the most important thing.
I was just dealing with back tightness the whole past week. And I can't imagine playing basketball with it. You know what I mean? This is just me trying to
guard up on somebody.
Yeah, I'm just chilling around the crib, but like actually trying to hoop with it.
Just
crazy.
OG or somebody just pressing him all the way up the court and your back hurt.
Guy. He's like the whole offense.
Yeah.
And then, like, I keep thinking about, let's say he does miss, just the 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and he does have enough games to maybe get to that.
That's what we're going to project.
Yeah.
Because of the rule, they're going to do the 3 weeks, and even if he's not 100%,
and I hate that idea.
Boom.
Yeah, and I think that's the bad side of the stick with the new 65 rule is, I don't know, this is not what they kind of wanted to prevent. Like, they wanted to prevent people from sitting out and doing all the rest management. Having him miss an All-NBA team and not really getting the accolades because of the 65, it just doesn't tell the story of the whole season.
It reminds me of making a rule for your kid. Hey, don't answer the door for anybody. And then you come with a handful of groceries and you like, open the door, it's me. You said not to open the door for anybody.
That's Lavelle Crawford joke.
Yeah. His mama told him not to open the door, and his grandma was at the door. His daddy was at the door talking about, I live here. He said, apparently not if you ain't got no key.
Yeah, that's really what it's about. Just trying to rush it back. I just feel like there's no good that can happen from that. If there's any silver lining, Cade is not one of those extension eligible guys. He already got his Supermax extension, so the money is not going to change. But I would be just really surprised if we're 2 years from now and the 65-game rule still exists. It's just I just did like a mock All-NBA team. That All-NBA third team is good, but it don't feel like an All-NBA third team to me, And now Cade's gone, golly. Some of the people that was James Harden, welcome to All-NBA. He was like a really good player, but
I think the story comes down to, like, what do the games look like for if it's like that and players are only having 60 games played and they're only missing about a handful of games. I think that's more so the story. But if players are legit missing the time, I think it's fine. But 60, 61, 62, I don't like those.
I think Cade might be the first actual case that we have. You remember when they first originally said, like, hey, if you're close, you can send it to the league and they'll decide. Cade might be the first person to actually be able to do that. If he misses All-NBA by 4 games, because he's at 61 right now, if he misses by 4 games while having one of the 7 best seasons in the NBA, they better write in, and the NBA better give him a green light.
There's a couple. Wemby, again, he could knock on wood. He has to miss a game, just say for illness or whatever. Like, it's going to start creeping towards it, and there's a couple players where you don't want to take them out of the history books for this year because they've just been so great.
Hopefully they do that. Hopefully they don't press to get every game, and they miss a game or two, and you send it into the league so we can start that established rule and of thumb, knowing that, hey, you ain't got to break your neck for specifically 65. Like, you played 63 games, you're good, bro.
Yeah.
Because that would be asinine.
With 3.5 game difference between them and the Celtics, do you think the Pistons keep that 1 seed for the rest of the year if Cade doesn't play?
I think that'd be tough. Especially Yeah, especially with double-digit games left. That's going to be tough.
Hit subscribe for more news, highlights, and analysis from the NBA on NBC.